Action on the vehicles.
To become a stuntman, you have to go through so many years of training. So you have to be utterly committed and driven and in love with becoming a stunt person.
Stunts have got a bit more ambitious.
Too much fun we had?
To me, that's awesome.
Mark, you're over that.
It's the adrenaline rush which I think most stunt people live off, really.
One of the things I get asked after you jump, they're like, I don't know how you could do that. I would not be able to jump off there knowing that I've got to just land in an airbag.
We've really not seen anything like this.
unsung hero란 말을 들어보셨나요? sung은 sing의 과거 분사이고 거기에 부정인 접두사인 on이 합쳐지며 노래가 불러지지 못한, 즉 찬양받지 못한이란 뜻이 됩니다. 박지성 선수가 맨체스터 유나이티드에서 뛸 때 영국 언론이 박 선수에게 이 단어를 많이 썼었습니다. 우승하는데 아주 중요한 역할을 해냈지만 호날두와 루니 등의 슈퍼스타에 가려 주목을 받지 못했다는 의미죠. 해리포터 영화에서도 이런 분들이 있습니다. 없어서는 안 되는 절대적으로 필요한 존재이지만 자신을 드러내지 않았던 분들, 바로 스턴트들입니다.
Stunt doubles are a kind of unsung heroes of the industry, really. The crew for Harry Potter was coordinated by a guy called Greg Powell. Greg's been in the industry for many, many years, and he's got this team of people, and they're like a kind of football team of stunt players.
I've kept the same guys, the doubles, all the way through, because at the time the doubles was growing up with the kids as well, and they got to learn everything. They become very friendly.
저번 영상인 추격신 비하인드에서 언급했듯이 전설적인 스턴트 코디네이터인 그렉 파월이 해리포터의 스턴트들을 지휘했습니다. 그는 007, 분노의 질주, 미션 임파서블 등 액션 영화계에서 아주 전설적인 인물인데요. 해리포터는 워낙 장기간 프로젝트였기 때문에 배우들과 함께 스턴트들을 쭉 데리고 갔다는 점이 재밌네요.
Greg put down with David Holmes, and for 6 films, David and Dan would work out together. They became really good friends.
I built a great relationship up with Daniel. I used to be his PE teacher, physical training lessons. He used to have 2 or 3 lessons a week with me. I consider him one of my closest friends now, really. I love him to pieces. He's a real good boy. I'm very proud to be a part of his life and to see how he's progressed as an actor. It's been great.
Look over this way, Mark, so we can see you. That's it.
I started working in Harry Potter films around 7 years ago. My best friend, David, who was doubling Harry Potter, brought me up here. I met Greg Powell, and then lucky enough, Greg brought me up here and gave me a good opportunity to start performing in front of the camera and getting to know the stunt industry and the film industry.
Greg brought me on for the first film and I doubled for Dan. I could do some of the smaller stunts until I got too big, obviously.
주인공 해리의 스턴트는 데이빗이 맡았습니다. 이전 영상에서도 말했듯이 다니엘은 통합운동장애가 있었기 때문에 데이빗은 스턴트 외에도 다니엘의 체육 강사까지 도맡았다고 합니다. 그리고 데이빗의 친구인 마크, 아역일 때는 톨가가 다니엘의 스턴트를 맡았다고 합니다.
I just got called for casting and came along and I just happened to be the right size.
I became a stuntman on Harry Potter about 10 years ago.
Poster in, Joe.
As Tom went on, Greg said one day, would you do this for Rupert Grint? So, I put his wig on and they dressed me up.
He gets a lot of fun kind of made out of him because of the wigs that he has. He's got some, really bad wig.
Nick does look utterly ludicrous with a red wig, if you've ever seen close up. But from behind, he looks okay. He's fine.
엠마의 스턴트는 조, 루퍼트의 스턴트는 닉이 맡았습니다. 특히 루퍼트의 스턴트가 중년이란 점도 흥미롭네요. 아무래도 얼굴이 나오지 않기 때문에 신체 사이즈만 비슷하다면 외모보다 스턴트 능력이 훨씬 더 중요하겠죠. 스턴트들의 모습을 최대한 배우들과 닮게 하기 위해 가발을 씌우고 똑같은 커스튬을 입히는 점이 아주 흥미롭습니다.
Being a stunt double instead of a stunt performer is slightly different because you have to mimic them, you have to be as much like them as possible.
It all looks the same. Each person be a little bit more personalised with the moves to their character.
they can put a wig on you, do your makeup, etc. But if you don't move like them or speak like them, then obviously that's not the full package.
Dan is very flat-footed and keeps his shoulders quite still. And his arms do a lot. His lower arm does a lot of the movement. So yeah, I've picked that up.
Ask him about his big head. Just say to him, "So you've got a big head."
Oh God, that's why I love him. That's why I love Dan. Yeah, yeah. I've got a slightly bigger head than Dan, but only in physical terms.
And also a plus side of having Mark doubling you is that he has he's legendary for having a very, very nice bum. And it's great because he's doubling me in this scene. I've turned out looking very, very good as it turns out. So it's wonderful.
그린고트 잠입신에서 헬레나가 헤르미온느를 연기했던 것처럼 스턴트들 역시 배우의 행동 습관을 관찰하고 익히는 점이 재밌네요. 다니엘 역시 마크의 머리 크기와 엉덩이에 대해 말하는 거 보면 서로 얼마나 친하게 지냈는지가 느껴지네요.
In this one, there's a lot of battle scenes, and they've changed the whole one play. It's a lot more sword fighting, a bit more kind of manly. Yeah.
Everybody ready? I'm Mark! Close the door! Open the door! Shut the boots! And shut the guns!
With the spell throwing, it's a totally visual thing that you have to make up. You can't actually see the spell. That's something that'll be added in later.
Oh, that's it. So if you're there, and you've got it from there. That's it, yeah.
You also have to look at where that person's aiming. So if they're aiming at your shoulder, you have to take the hit to your shoulder. Otherwise it'd look strange. So we do have to rehearse things and set them out.
It's almost like you've got to make that really fast. Do you know what I mean? And then relaxing.
We do have a lot of fun and we all do get on, but safety is the main reason we're here. So yeah, you have to keep your eye out for everyone.
Greg Powell assesses the stunt and decides whether it's fit for the actors or the stunts.
And my friend David, he done some amazing stunts before I was doubling Harry.
Stunts are dangerous, that's why they're stunts and stuntmen. Obviously you try to reduce the amount of danger that you're involved in.
톰 크루즈처럼 신체 능력이 뛰어나 스스로 스턴트를 자처하는 경우도 있지만 일반적인 배우들이 스턴트를 하기엔 어려운 동작들이 많습니다. 그리고 무엇보다 부상에 대한 위험 부담이 너무 크고요. 우리가 미처 생각해보지 않았지만 스턴트들도 안무를 짜고 더 나은 장면을 위해 수없이 연습했었네요.
So we'll shoot this as a reference.
On the seventh film, we were doing some testing for one of the sequences. One when Harry was forced back, and it was always going to be a stunt that David was going to do, and it went wrong, and David was really badly injured and broke his neck, and is now in a wheelchair.
You know, it's not something that that was new to me. It was a stunt that I'd done more than probably most of the stuntmen in the world, you know, with the film franchise that I was working with.
The spirit of David is amazing. He's incredibly enthusiastic, passionate, never stops.
I don't regret what I've been able to achieve, and going on that wire that day, it's one of those things. If you regret it, you don't learn from it.
The confidence and spirit that he helped give Dan, he now brings to his new life.
You know, it could have been anyone on that wire that day. It wasn't just me that was testing that day. It was anyone, and I'm almost thankful it was me. I sort of take it on. It happens to the people that are strong enough to deal with it.
10년이 넘는 촬영 동안 항상 행복했었던 건 아니었네요. 안타깝게도 해리의 메인 스턴트였던 데이빗이 죽음의 성물 촬영 도중 큰 부상을 입고 휠체어에 앉게 됩니다. 그 정도의 큰 부상에도 웃음을 잃지 않고 긍정적인 걸 보면 그의 프로의식과 열정이 큰 감동을 주네요.
3, 2, 1,
I'm glad the stunt was being shot and it was shot well, and they've been able to achieve it and stuff.
Pleased to get that one out of the way, after what we've gone through. It's been really good.
데이빗이 부상을 입었던 장면을 마크가 대신해 성공적으로 찍었습니다. 보기만 해도 엄청 위험했었다는 게 느껴지네요. 아무렇지 않게 봤던 장면이었는데 스턴트들은 정말 목숨을 걸고 찍었다는 게 실감이 됩니다.
We've been doing one with Harry and Voldemort, and that's actually quite different from anything we've actually done with Harry Potter. That's actually been quite hands-on. They end up going up there, and it involves them throwing a few spells at each other, and then the drawbridge drops away. That was quite exciting. It's usually a lot of spell throwing, so it's been a nice change.
Are you happy, Toga? I'm happy.
I'm doubling for Gregory Goyle, and I had to do a stunt for him where Malfoy, Blaze, Zabini and Goyle were trying to get away from this dragon of fire which chasing them, and they choose to climb to the top of the pile of furniture. And for Josh, who plays Goyle, we also had to work out a specific route because they wanted him to fall from a certain place. And then when it came to doing the actual stunt, we didn't use any wires, and it was just literally a free fall.
Good boy. You're right. Come on, mate. Toga? Good, thank you.
Once you've landed and you know it's all gone well, it's a good feeling.
There is a shot of them when they're jumping off a dragon, and we had to do the drop. It's supposed to be into a lake, but we broke it down.
They took us all up to about 100 foot on a wire and dropped us into an airbag.
3, 2, 1, go!
It gets your adrenaline going because you always have a weight as well because of the camera crew and things, so you kind of have to think, okay, I'm not just dangling by a string. I'm kind of sitting on top of a hill or something.
I like the sort of feeling of jumping off stuff and falling from quite a height and then landing.
와이어를 이용해 자유낙하, 때론 더 실감나는 장면을 담기 위해 와이어 없이도 떨어지기도 하네요. 특히 마지막 편인 죽음의 성물은 전쟁 영화의 모습이었고 워낙 육체적인 액션씬이 많아서 더 위험한 장면이 많았던 것 같아요.
By the time we've finished 10 years, it's going to be difficult, I think, for everyone. You know, we've had a great time.
I was the Harry Potter stunt double. You know, how many people can say that in their life?
It's been really nice to come here at the start, just as nothing really, just come here just to help out and just to have a look around, just as an experience, maybe to tell my friends I went and saw Harry Potter. And now 7 years later, I've been very, very lucky to double the lead character in a very, very big film.
On the first film, I was told I was going to do 4 days of filming, and then 4 days turned into 10 years after that.
I can remember when they were kids, and now they're like bigger than me, so yeah, it's been a good experience.
It's been my life for 7 odd years, here and there.
They've all shared something that is unique and special.
They look after each other. It's nice.
That's a good stunt. And there we go. Tastes good though. Thank you.
재밌게 보셨다면 구독과 좋아요 꼭 부탁드리고 더 궁금한 점이나 공유하고 싶으신 이야기가 있으시다면 댓글로 남겨주세요. 그럼 저는 최대한 빠른 시일 내로 유익한 영상으로 다시 돌아오겠습니다. 지금까지 우투비였습니다.